Welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a hot minute since I've posted a video. You guys know the deal by now. I'm in Pennsylvania. The weather's, well, it's not driving season yet. We're almost there. I've got some hopefully content in the next couple weeks coming up from some car stuff, supercar stuff. You guys saw the last 3 videos, Jared Andretti with Andretti Autosport and all that stuff out in COTA at Circuit of the Americas in Texas. I hope you guys like that kind of 3-part video series. I told you I had some motorsport things coming up here in the future, and that was the first one of the season. So I have a couple more events. You'll have to stay tuned. If you follow me on Instagram at Troy Sowers, I'll have some previews, some little sneak peeks for you, what's going on there before you guys see it on YouTube here. So make sure you follow me there for that. I had a nice relaxing weekend. I kind of took a time out, I would say the last week or so from social media. And especially, you know, YouTube. It's been a couple weeks. I've got a lot going on in my personal life, and it's important sometimes to really slow down and take a time out, and even having the aptitude to realize that you need to kind of step away. I hope you guys understand that sometimes you just need to step away and put social media down. And I spent the weekend just catching up with some people and had a really amazing time. You know, really super happy. Didn't think about work, didn't think about anything. It was really, really nice and relaxing for me. The flight home, on the other hand, was not. Flying into Detroit, all you guys in Detroit, I don't know why, but I always get delayed leaving Detroit. I woke up and my flight was delayed, and it wasn't even like 12 hours before my flight. No idea why. I connect through there. Detroit, obviously, for Harrisburg, there's not a lot of direct flights here. But I'm sitting in Detroit airport. Normally I'm catching up on emails. I'm really, you know, on the grind all the time, just trying to catch up with everything. And finally decided to put the laptop down and just kind of people watch a little bit. With that being said, we're gonna head over to my friend Reese's house. You guys have seen him on the vlog a couple times. He is hoping to participate in the Blancpain GT, formerly known as Pirelli World Challenge, next year. I think it's safe to say right now that by the title of this video, you guys have a pretty good idea what we're gonna go check out. I figured it'd be cool to show this to you guys. I know there's plenty of sim kind of channels on YouTube, but you know, I'm not a sim expert. Knowing how Reese is, this is a top-notch system. So I can't wait to check it out. We're gonna grab my driving shoes, my driving gloves. We're gonna head over to Reese's house and check this sucker out. If you guys want to know what I'm using, I just use, these are my karting, my go-karting gloves, and I'll use these for sim. You know, see they say T Sowers on here. They're just Puma Furios. Just have some standard Alpine Stars SP shoes. They're really light, they're really thin. I wear these when I'm racing and all that stuff. So the importance of these is we really want to have the shoes on so you guys can feel the brake pedal modulation, the throttle, all that stuff. You're using in a real simulator, you're going to be able to feel all of that through the car. So having the right shoes on that you're going to wear when you're driving the car is super important. I mean, I feel like I don't have to necessarily say that, but some of you guys might not know this. Check this out. We're at Reese's house. This is Reese's little... Reese, what do you call this room? I mean, I guess you can say it's a man cave, but room. I guess it's a trophy room.
Yeah, it's a trophy room.
You guys know Reese. You've seen him in a couple videos. F1 Reese, I'll put his Instagram below, but this is his new race car, I guess, technically race car, and I would have to say SimSeats did a pretty killer job. So they came up here, installed this, got everything up and running, configured. I guess that was one of the important things for you, right? Was to have somebody help get it all set up, like a turnkey package almost. That was still customizable. So a lot of this stuff you customize, like the direct drive wheel, and you still were able to build it, and they were able to compile kind of a...
Yeah, I mean, I wanted it as close to the real life cars that I'll be driving. You know, it has Willwood hanging hydraulic brakes. It has the, obviously, the quick release Momo steering wheel with Alcantara.
Yep.
You know, it's got the real Sparco racing seat that you would have in any kind of car, or anything, you know, like that. GT car.
Obviously, your 3 screens for your peripheral vision. I mean, this is a standard setup, like a layout for a kind of a configured racing sim, but you know, everything's kind of curated to what you're looking for and what you want to build out. So obviously you can go balls to the wall and go all out, or you can do like a more budget version. You know, there's a couple different ways that, you know, sim seats will work with you in that. But you know, this setup's a pretty legit setup. I don't think anybody's gonna question.
Right. I mean, I went with non-motion just because, again, expense and everything, and frankly, doing my homework, talking to some of the other pros that use them, they said, you know, it's nice to have it, but it's really not necessary. It's an added expense. But, you know, I can't say that if I didn't have a little more expendable cash, I might have gone with it. But that's the nice thing about sim seats. You can also upgrade this.
You can expand it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's modular, but I upgraded to the max with all the electronics. That was something I definitely wouldn't put the money into.
Kind of a spectacle, like getting in a real car. It says he's slide the seat. I don't have to slide the seat back because I'm, you know, 2'7", but you know, you're 9 feet tall. So we have the lights dimmed here, so hopefully you guys will be able to see the screen. But kind of get all linked up, and Reese has his racing shoes on. You guys heard me talk about that. That's important. You kind of want to be in the, I mean, obviously a racing suit you don't have to be in, but you want to be in the gear that you're going to be driving the car. So the shoes, the gloves, and all that. And this is all your PC based. So, I mean, there are systems where you can use an Xbox, PS4, but PC is the best expandability. You can add on third-party wheels and a bunch of things. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now, and Reese knows that I'm going to figure out how to get into his house when he's not here, and he'll come home one day, and I'll just be sitting down here, and he probably won't be pissed. He'll probably be like, just, what the heck is he doing here? But obviously, iRacing is the choice. Again, for all you sim freaks that do sim racing, iRacing is... it's iRacing. This is about, I would say, from the left side to the right side of this screen is what, 4 feet maybe? I mean, it's really not, it's gonna look a lot bigger on camera. If I back up a little bit here, I mean, it's pretty compact. It's actually, the footprint of it's actually a lot smaller than I was expecting, but it's really, I mean, about 4 foot wide would be the max with these size screens. So, but you can see when you come up close here where Reese's head's at, the peripheral vision that you have going around.
You'll see that tires are very cold.
Oh, it's meant to be the real thing. This is what I was telling people. I said the whole point of this is for you to get in, theoretically, the same car and feel 100% at home and acclimated right back on track. It's supposed to be that realistic. This isn't an arcade game. It's a training tool.
Again, after the first warm-up laps, the tires should be a lot hotter. And I learned my lesson the hard way, that if you don't, now I can start pushing a little harder. Got to get used to the revs on this car, a little different than what I'm used to driving.
You guys have to realize is this, I know I'm being repetitive, but it's not an arcade. Sure, can you use it for pleasure? Can you use it for fun if you really want to? Of course. But the point of a lot of these simulators and why they can be kind of pricey and expensive is because, again, you're legitimately trying to simulate the real thing, from brake modulation, throttle feel, everything, you know, the force feedback of the wheel. This is a direct drive wheel. So basically, I mean, if you hit a wall, you know, if at the front end you lose grip in the front end, you spin out, you're gonna feel that. It's really gonna be hard on your arms. You're gonna have to work. But you can tweak all these settings. You can go through and adjust ABS, diff, all that stuff. Again, like you're in a real race car. So a lot of these drivers, a lot of these guys use this thing and use these simulators as a tool to learn the track, to be able to push and not have that expense of obviously putting a real car into the wall. But it's an important part of racing, especially in 2019. I think a lot of people, you know, back 20 years ago, this stuff, yeah, it existed, but it was for the high-end teams. You know, now look, we're sitting in Reese's house in his man cave. You know, he's learning these tracks, and hopefully next year he'll be out running the same thing with full confidence.
Now, obviously, I was playing around, but you can see the warm-up laps, how I got quicker and quicker. So,
There.
and that bump, if you saw that, that's an actual bump out of turn 10 that is part of the track. So, pretty interesting. I gotta remember now. I think I gotta get out.
Technical difficulty.
No.
This is the hardest part.
I haven't had it that long, so.
This is literally 2 days old, guys. So,
Yeah, so
don't
I'm
mind
still
that.
learning.
Usually the tech guy, moi, is here to help us, but like.
told.
Well, I knew I was gonna buy one.
told some seats you'd be there. You'd be talking to him very soon.
You guys saw that gracious couple laps of mine. Give me a break. First time on the sim, but I do know that track. Lightning is my more favorite track. He's gonna be on VIR here in a Radical. He's gonna go do some laps here on full VIR, I believe, the full track.
This is my race in May.
Yeah, so he's got a race coming up, so he's gonna kind of demo that here. But you guys get the idea. So let's take a look at a couple laps here. you know what? I hate Reese for this because I'm gonna walk out of here, you know, ready to buy one. I've been kind of planning one out here, but it's kind of not helping. I'm gonna head home. I'm tired. Reese needs to go to bed because he's like 92 years old.
I'm going to buy a race car tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, he's actually now going to buy a real.
Badass
Don't follow these bad habits. Bad
race
habits.
car.
Bad habits. Badass race car. I'll show you guys some pictures
Yeah,
of that
it's
later in
badass.
another vlog. But maybe when he brings it home here, I'll come
Yeah,
out. And
definitely.
we'll check it out. But this is pretty sweet. Thanks for letting me come over and check it out. I just wanted to share with you guys. It's definitely a investment, but if you're looking to do this stuff, I mean, a race car is very expensive between just consumables, tires, fuels, all that. This, you plug it in and spend $200 a year in electric, and other than that, they pretty much run just like fully fledged built PC. SimSeats has this whole big turnkey package. So if you guys are interested, maybe not as tech savvy and don't want to build something yourself, be sure to go check out SimSeats. I'll have their links below. Make sure you follow Reese at F1 Reese on Instagram. There's some cool stuff coming up with him. So thank you guys for watching. We'll get out of here. See you on the next video.